Some say cats are cold, distant, even unfeeling. But if you've ever had a cat curl up against your chest, purring softly like a heartbeat in sync with yours, you know the truth. Cats love in whispers. They love in the brush of a tail against your leg, in the gentle weight of their paw resting near your hand. They may not shout their feelings the way we do, but their world is filled with quiet signals. And here's the tender secret most people miss. When a cat doesn't feel loved, they don't cry out. They don't slam doors or yell in anger. Instead, they change, in the smallest, most heartbreaking ways. A stare that feels colder. A bed chosen farther away. A silence where a meow used to be. This video is for the ones who don't just like cats, but truly love them. For those who want to listen to the whispers before they turn into silence. Because if your cat has ever felt unseen, there are signs. And once you learn to notice them, you can heal the bond before it breaks. 1. The cold, distant stare. Have you ever felt your cat's eyes on you from across the room? But instead of that soft, slow blink you've come to love, you find a sharp, steady gaze? Not curious. Not warm. Just distant. It can sting. Because cats don't look without meaning. Their eyes are one of the purest ways they communicate love. A slow blink is like their version of a kiss, a gentle, "I trust you." But when the blinks stop and the softness disappears, what's left is a gaze that feels almost closed off. It's as if your cat is saying, "I don't feel that closeness right now." Most people shrug it off thinking, "Oh, that's just my cat being aloof." But here's the truth. Cats are emotional mirrors. When they feel safe, their body softens, their eyes relax. When they feel unloved or disconnected, everything tightens, the whiskers, the body, and yes, the stare. What to do? Don't rush in with touch. Don't invade. Instead, answer in their own language. Sit calmly. Relax your shoulders. And then, blink slowly. Let your eyes soften, close halfway, then open again. Look away gently. Repeat it like a promise. I see you. You are safe with me. Many cats in time will blink back. And when they do, it's like the first crack of light through a closed door. A sign that trust can return, and that love is beginning to flow again. 2. Sleeping far away from you. There's something deeply comforting about a cat choosing to sleep near you. Whether it's curled on your lap, stretched across your bed, or even tucked quietly at your feet, it's their way of saying, "I trust you enough to rest in my most vulnerable state." Because in the wild, sleep is dangerous. A cat that closes its eyes in the wrong spot doesn't survive. So when your cat chooses you as that spot, it's one of the highest forms of love. But what if one day that changes? The cat who once purred on your chest now sleeps in another room, on the highest shelf, or hidden away in a quiet corner. Most people brush it off. Oh, they're just being independent. But sometimes it's not about independence at all. Sometimes it's a quiet whisper. "I don't feel close enough to you right now. I don't feel as safe." And that's heartbreaking, because it's so easy to miss. What to do? Don't chase them or pull them back into bed. That only deepens the distance. Instead, meet them where they are. Sit quietly in the places they choose. Place a soft blanket that smells like you nearby. End the night with gentle play so the last thing your cat feels before sleep is warmth and joy. Over time, many cats will drift back toward you, not because they were forced but because they were gently invited back into trust. And here's a tender truth. Sometimes when a cat sleeps away from you, it's not about the spot. It's about the energy in the home. Cats are emotional sponges. They feel the stress, the arguments, the silence. If love feels scarce in the air, they retreat, not because they don't care but because they're protecting their heart. So when you see your cat curled up in the shadows, don't just look at them. Look at the home you've created. Ask yourself, am I giving them a world of peace? Because often the path back to your heart begins not with them, but with you. 3. Pulling away from your touch. Few things feel more painful for a cat parent than this moment. You reach out your hand, ready for that soft fur and the rumble of a purr. But instead, your cat stiffens, ducks away, or even swats gently as if to say, "Not now." It feels like rejection, doesn't it? Like the bond you once shared is slipping through your fingers. But here's the truth. This isn't your cat saying, "I hate you." It's your cat saying, "I don't feel safe or connected enough to let you close right now." For cats, touch is deeply vulnerable. Allowing your hand on their body means surrendering control, lowering their defenses. When they pull away, it often means the invisible thread of trust feels thinner than it once did. And here's something most people don't realize. When a cat avoids touch, it's often when they need love the most. What to do? Don't chase. Don't force your hand onto their fur. Instead, let them lead. Place your hand nearby and stay still. Allow your cat to approach, to sniff, to decide. Because for cats, the power to choose is everything. And when they do choose, when that moment finally comes that they lean into your hand again, it's like being handed a fragile gift wrapped in trust. That little nudge against your palm says more than words ever could. I believe in you again. Rebuilding this takes time, yes. But oh, when it happens, it feels like love returning home. 4. Avoiding eye contact entirely. Do you remember how we spoke about the cold, distant stare? Well, sometimes the opposite happens. Your cat stops looking at you at all. You call their name, step into the room, or even place food down, but their eyes slide past you as if you're not even there. And that hurts in a way claws never could. Because in feline language, eye contact is connection. A slow blink is love. A steady gaze is trust. But when your cat avoids your eyes completely, it's like they're whispering, I can't meet you in love right now. This is often misunderstood. Owners think, oh, they're just ignoring me. But more often it's not indifference, it's hurt. It's a wound that hasn't healed. What to do? You can begin to rebuild that bond through play. Play is more than fun for cats, it's therapy. A feather wand, a simple string, even a crinkly ball, these become bridges between you. Let your cat chase, leap, win. And while they play, offer your eyes softly without force. Don't stare them down, cats see that as a challenge. Instead, let them catch you watching and blink slowly, gently. Over time, something shifts. Those little victories in play begin to heal confidence. The eyes that once avoided yours will glance your way again. And then maybe one quiet evening they'll hold your gaze and blink. And that blink after silence feels like forgiveness wrapped in love. 5. Hiding more often. A cat that hides is a cat with a story to tell. Think about it. When they first came into your home, where did they go? Under the bed. Behind the couch. Into the smallest, darkest corners. What? Because in those early days they weren't sure if they were safe. Now imagine, if your once confident, playful cat suddenly starts retreating again, tucking themselves away where you can't easily reach them. What does that mean? It often means this: I don't feel loved. I don't feel safe enough to be vulnerable out in the open. Hiding is more than shyness, it's self-protection. And the saddest part? Many owners mistake it for independence when in reality, it's a quiet cry for connection. What to do? Don't drag them out. Don't force them into the light. Instead, make the shadows safer. Place a piece of your clothing near their hiding spot, something soft that carries your scent. Sit near without pressure, maybe reading aloud in a calm voice, letting them hear the steady rhythm of your presence. And when they finally peek out, don't rush. Let them take their time. Let them choose the moment they return. Because when they do, when they emerge from the dark corner and step back into your arms, it's more than a physical act. It's a symbol: I trust you again to keep me safe in the open. And in that moment you realize something. Cats don't hide because they don't care. They hide because they want to feel loved, but they're not sure they do. Your job is to remind them. Patiently, quietly, faithfully. 6. Less purring and vocalizing. Do you remember the first time your cat purred for you? That gentle vibration against your chest or in your lap. As if their tiny body carried a secret engine of love. Purring is more than a sound. It's a confession. It says, I feel safe here. I feel at peace. And their meows? Oh, those are even more precious. Because cats don't talk to other cats the way they talk to us. Their meows are a language they invented just for humans. Each sound is a thread pulling us closer. A greeting at the door, a plea for food, a soft cry in the middle of the night just to be near you. So when that sound begins to fade, when the meows grow fewer, the purring grows quiet. It isn't random. It's a sign. A sign that the connection doesn't feel as alive. That the cat who once sang for you now keeps their songs to themselves. What to do? The answer isn't to force noise. You can't beg a purr, you can't demand a meow. But you can bring back the feelings that create them. Spend quiet, intentional time together. Stroke gently behind the ears. Use your voice softly, even narrating little things as you move around the home. Your voice is part of their world. Let them remember it's warm and safe. And play, always play. Movement and joy awaken a cat's spirit, and soon their voice follows. Because here's the truth. When a cat stops speaking, it isn't because they have nothing to say. It's because they don't feel heard. But when you show them they matter, that you're listening even to their silence, the music returns. The purrs, the meows, the little murmurs in the night. All of it comes back like a song you thought you'd lost. And when it does, you realize, the quiet was never emptiness. It was an invitation to listen deeper. 7. Becoming more destructive or restless. A shredded couch corner. Claw marks on the curtains. The sound of something tumbling off the counter in the middle of the night. At first you might laugh it off, that's just cats being cats. But sometimes destruction is not mischief. It's a message. When a cat feels unloved or disconnected, the energy inside them doesn't vanish. It twists. It turns into restless scratching, frantic running, knocking things over. It's their way of saying, I don't know where to place this feeling, so I'll place it everywhere. And isn't that what humans do too? When we feel unseen, unloved, we sometimes lash out, not because we want to, but because the heart aches for release. What to do? Your cat doesn't need punishment. They need an outlet, and more importantly, they need you. Offer enrichment, scratching posts, puzzle feeders, safe climbing spaces. But don't just give them toys, give them your time. Interactive play is the cure for restless destruction. A feather wand, a laser dot, even chasing crumpled paper. It isn't about the object, it's about the shared moment. Because every paw swipe at the toy is really a conversation. Every leap is a reminder, I'm alive. I need you to notice. And when they collapse afterward, tired but calm, curling into your lap or beside your feet, that's their way of saying, this is what I was really asking for. Not chaos, not claws, just you. So the next time your cat tips over a glass or claws where they shouldn't, pause before you scold. Ask yourself, are they really being bad, or are they asking to be loved louder? Turning away from food or eating less when you're around. Food, for a cat, is not just survival. It is trust. Think about it. In the wild, cats eat only when they feel safe. Vulnerable, heads down, backs exposed, they must believe their surroundings, and their companions, will protect them while they feast. So when your cat, who once ran joyfully to the bowl, suddenly hesitates, sniffs the food but walks away, or waits until you've left the room to eat, that isn't just fussiness. It's a whisper. I don't feel fully secure with you right now. And oh, how heartbreaking that is. Because mealtime is one of the purest acts of love you can share with them. What to do? Begin small. Make mealtime soft, predictable, safe. Place the bowl down gently, speak in a warm voice, and then sit nearby, not looming, not watching too intently, but simply present. Sometimes offer a treat from your hand, letting them bridge the distance step by step. Because when they accept food directly from you, it isn't just hunger, it's trust reborn. Over time, as their confidence grows, something beautiful happens. They no longer wait for you to leave. Instead, they'll look to you as they eat, even purr between bites, their little jaws working while their heart says, I feel safe again. I feel loved here. And you realize, feeding a cat is not just about filling their belly. It's about nourishing the bond, reminding them that in your presence, they will always be protected, always be cherished. Final reflection and call to action. So here we are. We've walked through the quiet language of love and loss. Through the subtle signs a cat leaves behind when their heart feels just a little more distant from ours. Pulling away from touch. Sleeping apart. Withdrawing into silence. Hiding in the shadows. Losing their songs, their play, even their appetite when we are near. Each of these is not rejection. It is longing. It is your cat saying, in the only way they know how, please don't forget me. Please remind me I am safe. Please show me I am loved. And maybe as you listened you felt something stir in your chest. Because love isn't always loud. Sometimes, it is quiet care, patient presence, and the willingness to notice what others overlook. Cats are teachers of this. They remind us that relationships, whether with them, with people, or even with ourselves, thrive not on grand gestures but on steady, gentle acts of connection. So tonight when your cat curls near you, or even if they don't, place your hands softly on their fur, whisper their name and let them know, I see you. I love you. I always will. Because love, given consistently, heals everything. And in that healing, your bond with your cat will only grow deeper, stronger, timeless. If this message touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with another cat parent who may need these gentle reminders. And if you'd like to walk further into the soulful world of cats, their hidden wisdom, their quiet lessons, their ways of loving, make sure to subscribe to Meow Sphere and join our family of kindred spirits. Together, let's build a place where cats are not just pets, but cherished souls, teachers, and companions on this journey of life.